It certainly is. It's Howard James on this Sunday morning, taking you through until midday today. Time now to talk to a gentleman called Mark Chanter, who's the founder of the Saltash Repair Café. A very good morning to you, sir.
And good morning to you.
Very nice to see you this morning. So why are you needed then?
Yeah, why am I needed there? Well, myself and my wife do not like throwing things away. And I've always liked to repair things rather than throw it away. So back in 2018, we thought, well, why don't we set up a repair cafe? So we did in Saltash. And the reason we do it is to stop things going to landfill.
So explain what you do and take us through the process then.
The process is, do you want me to go through when we started first?
Indeed.
Right, we started in 2019. Our first repair cafe was in January. And we just did electrical items then. There was just two of us. And we just were able to do that. And we sort of increased slowly. Then COVID hit in March 2020. So we had to stop. And the first one at St Nick's, that's where we are now, in Saltash, was Saturday the 8th of October 2022. And that's where it really started to take off. We had sewers, we had woodworking people that could do mechanical things, electrical things, and pat testing. And yesterday was a great day because we had 8 repairers, 1 admin and 1 in the kitchen. And we had 26 plus visitors come in throughout the day. We had 51 items, so that's quite a few items for a small repair cafe. And out of those 51, only 9 were not able to be fixed.
You see, I'm surprised in what you're doing because I thought we were in a throwaway society, because I know when I worked in retail electrical, and I'm going back a long time now, people used to come in and yes, they used to bring things like irons and toasters in for repair. But nowadays we just seem to be, oh, well, no, you can't do that. You got to buy a new one, whatever it may be.
The biggest problem nowadays is that the circuit boards are so small, and with the microchips, you just cannot repair some things. But a lot of things we repair are like leads, iron leads, for example. They're quite easy to do. Most of them are. Some are absolutely impossible to get into. You haven't got enough space to actually put a new cable in. So that can be a problem. Toasters are probably our least favourite because when the spring goes, you just can't fix them. You can't get into them. You literally need to get a sledgehammer to get into what you got to fix, which is very annoying. But now with toasters, they've got a little electrical magnetic bit inside. I saw for the first time yesterday. So they may be able to be fixed. We have to look into that. And textiles, we do quite a few of them. A lot of items that needed to be sewn up, things like trousers, dresses, bags. I took my own bag in yesterday to be fixed, so that saved me £30 on buying a new one.
You see, I'm surprised because I thought repair cafes, yeah, we're talking white goods, which are fridges and smaller electrical items, and things like TVs or videos, which are brown goods for those people who don't know. But I'm surprised you've got a whole wealth of different items that people can bring in for repair.
Anything that they can carry, we're welcome to we can have a look. But sort of sometimes people do bring things in that are just impossible. They're way past the sell-by date. And we have to say to them, I'm sorry, this cannot be fixed. And occasionally we delve into the electronic side and we get in and we have to say, I'm sorry, but we actually do not understand what's going on here. So we say, we can put it together, or if you're going to take it the tip, we can leave it the way it is. So it's a little bit annoying when that happens because you spend all that time going into the object and you can't fix it.
What's the most common thing that is brought into you, would you say?
The most common thing? Oh, that's a difficult one. Toys. Broken toys. That was the main thing yesterday. I had at least 5 toys that came through and I repaired 3. And the lady's face, when the star lit up, I thought, great, that is brilliant. And going by faces, I'm going to go back to probably sometime in 2023. I repaired a little jewelry box where the little doll sprung up. I'm doing finger things here saying sprung up, and nobody on the radio can see that.
No, it's quite true.
But the little dancer sprung up, and it played a tune. So I took this item apart and took all the bits and oiled it up and whatever I had to do to it. And when I opened it, the lady nearly cried because she said, I haven't seen that for years. And that is certainly the best repair to me that I've done to date.
Presumably, the job that you're doing, you need to have a lot of patience, do you not?
I haven't got any patience. That's the problem.
But how do you get through what you have to do then?
I'm not sure, because I enjoy it, and I enjoy meeting the people that come in and enjoy seeing their faces. I suppose I'm in a different environment, and I suppose I have got patience to fix things, but there's other repairers that have got far more patience than what I've got. So sometimes we pass it on. So something that I cannot fix, somebody else probably can. That's the brilliant thing about the repair cafe. There was 8 of us there yesterday repairing things, and we've all got something different to offer.
Do you all specialise in one particular type of thing to repair? Like you've got somebody who does electrical things and somebody who does sort of cloths and things like that?
I'm probably the main electrical one in there, as in mains electric. And we've got somebody else who's very good on electronics. And we've got the 2 ladies, actually, if we've got them all in, 3 ladies that does the textiles. So we've got our individual, but sometimes you can see 3 of us around one item trying to fix it. So it then becomes a team effort.
3 heads are better than 1.
Yeah. And it's really nice when you see that, because when there's 3 or 4 of us working on one item, there's one item, I can't remember what it was now, but this was going back about 3 months. I think 4 of us had something to put into this item, and at the end of it, it did work.
Which is good.
Which is brilliant. So the main aim is to stop things going to landfill, because so many people buy things and just throw things out when there's no need to throw things out. So if you get a hole in a bag, throw that and buy a new one. There's no need to, because there's people out there that can repair. And you don't have to come to Saltash Repair Café. There's other ones in Plymouth, like Stonehouse. There's one in Plimpton, Mutley Plain, and there's one supposed to be starting off in Ivybridge soon.
So is it fair to say that most towns in Britain may well have a repair cafe?
I think there's probably within 25 miles of any house in the UK, especially England. May not be Wales or Scotland, because there's some very remote places there. There's probably a repair cafe near you.
Tell me about you and how you got involved in the cafe in the first place then.
Well, I'm into amateur radio. So I've always fiddled around with electrical things. I've always been interested in electric. So I've always dabbled and taken things apart, blown a few things up, and learned on how things work. When I was a child, I was, I think my parents just think, he's taking that apart again. That's never going to work. And it all started with an AM radio, a very old one that somebody gave me. And it's somebody called Mr. and Mrs. Skinner, a neighbour. And I thought, it's not working. I need to get this thing working. All I did, looked inside, there was a broken wire. So I soldered this wire on at the age of 5, and it worked. That's where it started, was repairing that one radio, a very simple fix. And I've just enjoyed playing with electric stuff ever since.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, it's just, if you've succeeded on repairing one item, it seems to be an addiction. They just want to repair more.
Is there one particular item that you really like somebody to bring in to get your hands on and sort it out, would you say?
Oh, that's a difficult one. There's items I don't want people to bring in.
Such as?
Toasters. Toasters and printers. They are the two items that we have the least. Yeah, it's just a nightmare when they come in. But saying that, we have got a person called Dan. I don't know how he does it, but he's actually fixed a few toasters for us. So they are possible to be fixed, but I don't have any luck with toasters. So the item that I would like somebody to bring in, that's a really difficult one. Something radio related that I can fix.
And of course, being in amateur radio, that would be your genre, really, wouldn't it?
It does help. But again, I'm not brilliant with electronics, but I can normally work out where the problem is. May not necessarily be able to fix it, but if you can point somebody in a direction saying, right, that audio output, something is actually wrong with that.
So if you can point them in one direction, whether you can repair it or not, is a good thing.
Yeah, and also I can look in and think, right, I can see some very badly burnt parts in here, and I can say to her, I don't think you can repair this, but we still say you might be able to take it to a professional who might, because none of us at the repair cafe are professionals. So we always say, if you bring something in, we might make it worse. It's not happened yet.
What about funding? Because you need money to do what you do.
Right, funding. When we started initially in 2019, we didn't have any funding whatsoever. We relied on donations. Luckily, Saltash Wesley Church in Saltash, we had the room for free. So that was a big help. But then when we moved to St Nick's, that does cost us money. We cover our costs. But before we started at St Nick's, the Saltash scrap store gave us £1,000 to help us on our way. So we do cover our costs with donations. And yesterday was a good day on donations. So yeah, we are self-funded, and luckily we just rely on people kindly donating money when they get things fixed. And if someone comes in and they've got no money, we don't mind. They don't give. But obviously, if they can afford it, we do expect some sort of donation. And it's amazing how many people come in and we say to them, I'm sorry, but we cannot fix this item. And I have seen a £10 note, even a £20 note go into the pot when an item has not been fixed. So it just proves that people are very sort of like what we do. So they actually encourage us by giving us a bit more money.
So give us an idea. I mean, you're connected with the Saltash Repair Café, where you get together and what days you're available for people to bring their items in to you.
Right, the second Saturday of every month, most months, sometimes we don't do it in December or August, and we start at 10 and we take the last item in at 12:30 and we close at 1. And we're at Saltash, St Nick's and St Faith Church, which is at the bottom of the town, and easy parking. You've got to pay for parking, but it's easy parking, and you just bring your item in and we can see if we can fix it.
Do you have special open days where people can come in, and you can call them taster sessions if you like, where people can come in and just see what you do, and then if they think they've got something that they would like to bring in for repair, if it can be repaired, they can do that?
They can come in any of the Saturdays that we're open, the second Saturday. We've also got a Facebook page. So if you type in Saltash Repair Café, it will come up. And if you do find us, please give us a like.
Lovely stuff. Listen, it's been lovely to talk to you this morning. Thank you. Just before you go, what's your vision about the Saltash Repair Centre, and where would you like to see it going this year, next year, the year after, etc.?
Well, if it stays the same as it is, we'd be very happy, because yesterday it was an extremely good day. We had 8 repairers and we had 51 or 52 items that came through, and 21 of them were electrical, 11 was textile, 6 were flat pack items we did for a nursery, and 12 miscellaneous. So even if you got an item that you want to take somewhere like a school or a club that need to be pack tested, bring it in and we'll pack test it for you. But the pack testing is the only thing we do sort of give a small charge, because obviously it costs money to keep the pack tester going. So yeah, just come in and say hello, or even just come in and have a cup of coffee, because it is a repair cafe. So you can just come in if you're sort of lost for something to do one of those Saturdays, just pop in and we'll give you a cup of coffee.
Mark, it's been good to talk to you this morning. Thank you so much for giving up your Sunday morning and coming in to talk to me about the cafe.
Thank you for having us.
And I wish you well in what you do. You're obviously doing a grand job. Keep up the good work.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking to Mark Chanter, who's the founder of the Saltash Repair Café. And